Hello, and good morning. My name is Tim Alvarez. Welcome to our panel, Striking Black Gold, Composting for Carbon Sequestration and Community Resilience. When most people think about black gold, they think oil, but we're not interested in pulling carbon out of the ground. We're interested in just the opposite. Over the last year, Alex, Dana, and I each worked towards helping communities rediscover the age-old waste management practice of composting. Composting organic waste not only prevents carbon from entering the atmosphere, but when it is land applied, it acts as a carbon sink and regenerates the land. It's a climate change win-win in regard to greenhouse gas emissions. We'll first begin in Gunnison, Colorado, with Alex Van Til's project titled Microbial Community Composition and Soil Respiration in Compost Amended Rangeland Soils. Her research investigates the influence that compost has on the carbon sequestration potential of rangeland soils in the Gunnison Valley. To determine carbon sequestration potential, Alex focused her data collection on the main drivers of soil carbon storage. Firstly, the composition of the soil microbial communities. Secondly, the moisture content of the soils. And lastly, the rate at which CO2 was released from the soils. Because healthy soils are more effective carbon sinks than degraded, nutrient-poor soils, her research studied the difference in soil carbon cycling between compost-amended soils and non-compost amended soils at 3 rangeland sites within the Gunnison Valley. Broadly, compost additions to rangeland soils have the potential to increase soil water holding capacity, plant productivity, and carbon sequestration. Combined, these co-benefits could help land managers to save time and money by lessening the duration of irrigation needed and increasing the amount of available feed for cattle, while also benefiting the global community by reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The second project will be my own. My project took place on the Seeking Root Farm, a 2-acre plot on the island of Maui in Hawaii, operated by Matthew and Janine Getter. The project focused on soil restoration and carbon sequestration through the application of regenerative agriculture strategies. These strategies include a strict avoidance of fertilizers, pesticides, and tilling. Other strategies are using food waste to create compost, layering compost on top of the farm's soil, and planting diverse cover crops known for their soil regenerating nutrients. We also planted trees to help recharge the aquifer and attract clouds. We rotated livestock pens to different areas of the farm to expedite nutrient flows, and developed a closed-loop method to feed livestock using black soldier fly compost bins. Finally, Dana Lehman will bring us back to Crested Butte, Colorado, and explain how she explored the feasibility of bringing community-scale composting to the town of Crested Butte. The Gunnison Valley is lacking in composting infrastructure, and in 2019, Crested Butte, through their Climate Action Plan, committed to providing community-wide composting by 2025. Dana interviewed several composting operations within Colorado and gathered data to research the best practices in and barriers to Colorado community-scale composting. Her research resulted in a comprehensive feasibility study that recommends strategies and viable opportunities for implementing a community-scale composting program for the Gunnison Valley. With her research, Crested Butte can begin to take tangible steps in meeting their greenhouse gas emissions goals, reducing landfill contributions, and providing a valley-wide essential service. We look forward to having a discussion with you on what we have discovered about how compost can be used to meet community goals from a global to a local level. Thank you for joining us today.